Roz, I think I'm getting a knack for doing these promos. Did you hear that little ad-lib I made about the yen for Chinese food?
Yeah. By the way, yen is Japanese, not Chinese.
I think we lost it.
No, we cut to the news 30 seconds ago.
Oh, for crying out loud! I finally bare my soul to all of Seattle, and they're listening to Chopper Dave's Rush Hour Roundup. Well, the rest of the show was pretty good. It was a good show, wasn't it?
Here, your brother called.
Roz, in the trade, we call that avoidance. Don't change the subject. Tell me what you think.
Did I ever tell you what this little button does?
I am not a piece of Lalique. I can handle criticism. How was I today?
Let's see. You dropped 2 commercials. You left a total of 28 seconds of dead air. You scrambled the station's call letters. You spilled yogurt on the control board, and you kept referring to Jerry with the identity crisis as Jeff.
You say my brother called.
Ever heard of Lupe Velez?
Who?
Lupe Velez, the movie star in the 30s. Well, her career hit the skids, so she decided she'd make one final stab at immortality. She figured if she couldn't be remembered for her movies, she'd be remembered for the way she died. And all Lupe wanted was to be remembered. So, she plans this lavish suicide. Flowers, candles, silk sheet, white satin gown, full hair and makeup, the works. She takes the overdose of pills, lays on the bed, and imagines how beautiful she's going to look on the front page of tomorrow's newspaper. Unfortunately, the pills don't set well with the enchilada combo plate she sadly chose as her last meal. She stumbles to the bathroom, trips and goes headfirst into the toilet, and that's how they found her.
Is there a reason you're telling me this story?
Yes. Even though things may not happen like we planned, they can work out anyway.
Remind me again how it worked for Lupe. Last seen with her head in the toilet.
All she wanted was to be remembered. Will you ever forget that story? Hold on a sec, I have to ask you something. Gary, I broke up with him 3 weeks ago. The sex was okay, but he was kind of limited. No, it wasn't that Gary was bad in bed. I mean, he knew where all the parts were. Unfortunately, most of them were his. Yes, totally passionless. It was like he was thinking of someone else. I know I was. Somebody's here. I gotta go. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye, Mom.
That was your mother?
Yeah, why?
You talk to your mother like that?
Well, we're both adults. We talk about everything.
Oh, isn't that healthy?
What, you don't talk to your dad like that?
Oh, hardly. We hardly speak at all.
Really?
Well, you know, we're not really very similar people. In fact, my brother and I are a lot more like my mother. You know, if it wasn't biologically impossible, I'd swear that Dad was dropped in a basket on our doorstep.
Hey, sweet cakes, you see my engineer?
I think someone's talking to you, Frasier.
Come on, come on, come on!
Yes, he called, and he'll be right here. So do you want to go across the street and have one of those expensive coffee drinks?
Maybe some other time. Right now, I'd like to continue my quest for solitude. To go someplace where my father, Mary Poppins, and the Hound from Hell can't find me. I think maybe I'll just go sit under the shade of a tree and read in a quiet park.
Well, we got a couple of jilted lovers, a man who's afraid of his car, a manic depressive, and 3 people who feel their lives are going nowhere.
Oh, I love a Monday. So, how was your weekend?
I had the most hellacious date of my life. First, he asked me to pick him up from work. Then I stopped for gas. I have to pump it myself while he just sits there reading the sports section. So I take him back to my place to make him my famous sweet and sour shrimp. I'm in the middle of cooking. I ask him to hand me the honey, and he gets this freaked out look on his face and says he can't because he has a deathly fear of touching anything sticky. I told him it was a new jar, but he didn't want to take any risks.
Roz, where do you meet these people?
I answered his ad. You got 30 seconds. You better get in there.
Not yet.
Oh, no.
Roz, are you ready?
Don't make me do this.
Come on, we do this every Monday.
You do this every Monday. I play along.
Come on. Who's got the best talk show in Seattle?
We do.
All right!
So, I step out of the shower, I look out the window, and I notice the garbage man looking right in at me. So I say, "Did you get a good look?" And he says, "Not completely, turn around." Then he smiles, and he's missing a tooth, and that's when the romance went right out of it for me.
Roz, why are you telling me this story?
I am trying to get your mind off the fact that in 5 minutes you're going to walk out in that square and get your clock cleaned.
Yes, well, did it ever occur to you that I might actually win this fight?
Your shoe's untied. If you fell for that one, you're going down, and you're going down hard. Hey, do you want to hear my pet peeve? It's when you're in a department store, and the clerk is right in the middle of helping you, and the phone rings. So he starts taking care of them. And you're left standing there going, "Excuse me, but all I did was come all the way down here in person while some joker is sitting at home in his underwear getting first-rate service." Don't you hate that?
Well, actually, I do most of my shopping by phone. Say, Roz, you know, this conversation with Doug has got me thinking about my father. He doesn't do much of anything either. He just sits around most of the time watching TV, doing the occasional crossword puzzle. What does your mother do?
She's the Attorney General of Wisconsin.
No, really.
Really?
Well, I guess that helps fill her day.
Yeah, to quote Mom, crime never stops, even in the dairy state.
Well, I don't think public office is for Dad, but well, maybe I could find him a hobby or something. You got any suggestions?
Well, in her spare time, Mom likes to water ski a little. She hikes, oil paints. Oh, she likes archaeology. She's on a dig in Honduras right now.
Well, maybe I could get him a wood-burning set. You look radiant.
I look like crap. Got a spot on my dress, I overplucked one eyebrow, and the crotch of my pantyhose is creeping down to my knees.
Couldn't you have just done that on the elevator? Oh, my goodness, Roz, you've got a neck. Gee, so what do you think of the place? Is it everything you imagined it would be?
Well, to be frank, Frasier, I don't spend my idle hours imagining how you live. But I did expect lots of beige. And look, I was right.
Would you like a drink?
Sure, something light would be nice.
Young man.
Double bourbon rocks and spill a little in the glass.
If you can't commit, it's best for both of you to break it off.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thank you for your call. Tell me, listeners, what is it with guys like that? Hey, Roz, you've been around the block a few times. You ever run into a guy like Marco?
Oh, they're all Marcos. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a Marco.
Oh, come on. I mean, if that was so, then no one would be having a relationship.
Well, I'm not. My sister's not. None of my friends are. I've seen the future, and its name is Marco.
What do you think, Seattle? Are there any non-Marcos out there?
Or is Roz here destined to live a life of hopeless, loveless spinsterhood? Back after this.
Gee, I just love it when you include me in your show. 20 seconds, and I've got news for you. Marco's on line 2.
Marco?
Oh, you know, the guy you got out of the way so you could keep his girlfriend for yourself. 10 seconds.
I'm not talking to him. I don't want to talk to him. There's no way I'm talking to him.
3, 2.
Hi, we're back. Roz, whom do we have on the line?
We have Marco on line 2.
Who's this on line 3?
Oh, Todd. Oops, darn, we lost Todd. But lucky for you, we still have Marco on line 2.
Thank you, Roz.